Hello everybody and welcome back to Urban Yoke Homestead. Benvenuti, bentornati. My name is Giulia and as always I am super excited to have you here. Now, as those of you who have been following for a while, you'll know two things. One, I have a condition called Syringomyelia, and the other thing is that myself and my husband and our 6 cats have moved to Italy, or we're still in the process, but I have arrived in Italy, and due to not having enough equipment and all the stuff because it's still with my husband, I haven't been able to make videos, but I think I've got a little workaround for now so I can give you all updates. Okay, so let me tell you what has been happening and what is going to happen next. So first off, we are in the process of completing his immigration and mine is done. So I've registered at the comune, which is the municipality or city hall. I've registered my residency there. I'm an Italian citizen, so for me it was just about registering that and getting to stay here. That's all it took for me, so that is all done. Then the next part was registering our marriage and then getting all the documents to complete my husband's immigration. So my husband is a South African citizen and he will be immigrating here on a family cohesion visa or permit, if you will. And that entails him coming here on a tourist visa and then me applying for him to stay permanently. What we needed for that was for the marriage to be registered here in Italy and to get an Italian marriage certificate, then confirmation of my residency and an official copy of the South African marriage certificate, which is all in process at the moment and I should have by next week. Then when my husband arrives, we can make our application and that application goes through to police headquarters. And thereafter, I'm not entirely sure. I know that once they receive the application, they will give my husband a date for an appointment, and thereafter going to that appointment, he will be able to, find out whether or not he is actually going to stay. And they said they will likely be able to give him a permit for 1 year. And it's 1 full tax year, so it might be 2 years as well, but it will very likely be just 1 year. And once he's done a full tax year and paid the taxes, then we'll be able to get a residency permit for him, a permesso di soggiorno, for about 10 years as far as we understand it. Then, because we are married, if he learns Italian, which he will have to because we've, moved here, then he will be able to apply for his citizenship and become an Italian citizen and then no longer have any issues, and the immigration process will be completed. But for now, we need to get the difficult part out of the way, and that's him arriving, which all of that is in motion. So a few weeks' time, he will be here and we will be able to complete our immigration, his immigration. And that's just so very exciting for me. So I'm not sure of how long it takes once the police have received the application, how long it takes for them to process and give a date, but I'm assuming it will take anywhere between 2 weeks to a month, depending on what they need to process and if they ask for any other documentation. So far, things have been going very well, and I'm not too worried because we do have a lawyer that's working with us, and he has been very helpful as a guide through this entire process, and he will be assisting us with any information that is required and essentially putting together a kit of sorts of documents that we will need to submit. And he has already been in contact with the police headquarters here, so that makes things a lot easier. Then for those of you who are interested in the cats, they are doing really well. They arrived here, they were a bit nervous and uncomfortable, but health-wise they were doing really well, and psychologically they seemed to be doing quite well, other than just a little pissed at me. But that's about it, really. We used a company called Global Pause. It was fantastic, and then they partnered up with a company here in Italy called Relo Pause or Relo Cat, depending on the brand that you're going with, but it's the same company, and they were also fantastic at handling everything. Then the people in Dubai, they also took care of the cats quite well, and made sure that they were happy, healthy and safe. The cats did lose a little bit of weight on their travels here, but they were a bit overweight in any case, and they needed to go on a diet, but nothing bad. Like, honestly, the only bad thing, if you will, was that Sam was a bit constipated for 2 days, and that was it. For the most part, they were happy when they arrived. They do not hate the crates. They still sleep on the crates quite happily and jump around on them, so there's no hatred there of them, and they're not scared of them. They had to fly from South Africa to Dubai, then to Italy, because there were 6 cats and we couldn't really get any other flights that were shorter that would take 6 cats all in one airwaybill, and that's unfortunately how it goes when you have a lot of animals, but I'm glad that it's sorted out and we got them here. Whew. Okay, so I know that was a bit of a ramble, but it was a little bit of an update. In the next video, I will actually take a bit of footage of the town and what it's like around, well, that's actually a village, of the village and the villages nearby and the town where I go do my shopping, and give you guys a little bit of a view of what's happening there. And then I'll also give you a garden tour. So keep out for those 2 videos. We'll do a garden tour as well as, a village tour, I guess. I haven't seen everything yet. I am waiting for my husband to properly explore, as I've just been working on documentation and working, balancing work, home life kind of a thing. Yeah. If you have any questions, please ask me down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Oh, before I forget, I'm signing off and I totally forgot. So I mentioned that I have a condition called Syringomyelia, and that is one of the reasons, or the main reasons, that we moved to Italy, because I'm seeking out help with that. So it's a chronic illness, a rare disease that affects my nervous system. I will leave a link down below for a video that you can watch where I explain more about what the disease actually is and how it affects me. But for those of you interested in that part, the travel wasn't exactly that easy for me, and there's a lot that can be said and how I could have better prepared myself. So there'll be a 3rd video where I will talk a little bit more about my condition and the long travel, and going through having to fly to Paris first and then to Italy, and how that affected me and how that was going with my cane for the first time. So yes, 3 videos actually to look out for, and as always, yes, please leave your comments and questions down below, and I will get back to you at my soonest available moment, which is, best I can do for right now. I hope you're all doing very well, and I look forward to the next video. Ciao, alla prossima!